Welcome back to WeldTec Designs. We have an exciting new product ready for F53 Class A RV owners. These are the King 2.5 shocks, and by the end of this video, you will have an understanding of their benefits, versatility, and effectiveness in controlling the ride quality of your motorhome. We performed an extensive amount of testing with the King 2.5 shocks, and if you're interested in that story, we'll link the full video down in the description below. The King 2.5 shocks are one of 3 suspension upgrades we offer for the F53 motorhome and can be used as a standalone product or combined with other components to create an ultimate suspension package. Separate videos for these additional components will also be linked below. Let's start with the problem. F53 motorhomes experience excessive sway and tail wagging on the highways, causing an uncomfortable driving experience and in some instances even fatal accidents. It's common to hear of white knuckle driving, where F53 owners are gripping the steering wheel tightly on the highways and constantly micromanaging their steering, resulting in driver fatigue. The stock shocks on the F53 motorhome, which we also tested, were not up to par with what an F53 owner would want in a driving experience. The coach leaned heavily and there was no real feeling of control. Once installed, the King shocks drastically improved the driving performance of the motorhome and the ability to control the vehicle in turns. However, we knew it could be better, so we re-valved the shocks so many times to get the perfect amount of rebound and compression from each shock. The beauty of King 2.5 shocks is that, unlike stock OEM shocks, they are completely rebuildable. This means at each service interval, oil can be drained out and replaced, and the piston as well as shims can be cleaned, put back together, and be ready for use once again. We spent some time with the folks at King Shocks and discovered that rebuildable shocks are an important selling point to their customers all over the world. For instance, take the land trains in Australia. These are colossal rigs that travel thousands of miles over backwash roads, and by the end of their journey, the shock oil is black and burnt out. While originally they would just throw away the non-rebuildable shocks and put new ones on at each end, they now use King shocks and have a new set on standby while their current set gets rebuilt. The cost savings for that specific application is phenomenal. In the case of Class A motorhome owners, the distance traveled is usually more than 200 miles for each trip. These longer journeys will heat up your shocks, and over a period of many longer trips, they will need to be replaced around 50K miles. However, now instead of replacing them, they can be refreshed and rebuilt using King 2.5 shocks. Let's examine the inner workings of these shocks. We have the body of the shock, which contains oil, a shaft which holds the pistons and shims and is pushed through the oil and provides resistance against the oil. The way these shims are stacked dictates the quality of ride you will experience in your vehicle. The bottom half of the shims is the compression side, which controls how the vehicle compresses, and the top half is the rebound side, dictating how the vehicle will rebound from hitting a bump or taking a quicker turn. King Blue Performance Shock Oil is the recommended shock oil for F53 motorhome owners, since it will keep the shocks cooler over longer journeys and in turn will give you better ride quality for longer in the event of longer travels. With this King shock upgrade, there is no need for heavy-duty sway bars, sumo springs, or track rods. I hate to say this may be the one-and-done product. It's these simple yet effective solutions that help people enjoy their F53 motorhomes again, as well as be able to fall in love with the journey again. Like the owner of this Winnebago Sunstar that got our Class A F53 steering stabilizer, the Adeleaf springs, as well as the King shocks, and even Mike, who originally wanted to sell his motorhome and now really enjoys driving it. Thanks for watching, and we hope you drive further